Hello everyone, this is going to be level 5 of Theme Hospital. This level introduces two new things. Well, actually it introduces one new thing. Let's read the description first and we'll get to that. This will be a busy hospital dealing with a wide variety of cases. Your doctors are all fresh from med school, so it's going to be vital to build a training room and train them to acceptable levels. You only have 3 consultants to help teach your inexperienced staff, so keep them happy. Note too that the hospital's foundations straddle the San Android geological fault. There's the ever-present risk of earthquakes. They will cause significant damage to your machines and disrupt the smooth running of your hospital. Get your reputation up to the 400 mark and bank a cool $50,000 to succeed. Also cure 200 patients. Okay, so essentially the new thing that is being introduced here is are the earthquakes. The good thing about earthquakes is that you get a warning. They come in 2 phases. In the first phase, your hospital is going to shake, but nothing will happen to your equipment. So when that happens, you know that soon after you're going to have a second earthquake, which will be the real earthquake, and then your machines will be damaged. So you have some time to actually repair your equipment in the meantime. If you see one of them having been used a lot of times and with not a lot of strength, then you can either ask a handyman to go to repair it or to outright replace the machine, because you don't really have a lot of time between the first phase of the earthquake and the second one. So it's better to just replace it, because remember, if a machine gets destroyed, if it explodes, then the room is rendered useless. You cannot edit it, you cannot delete it, you're stuck with it there and there's nothing you can do about it. Now, as for the second innovation of this mission, of this level, it's the fact that you only have 3 consultants to begin with. You see them here. I think that all the other doctors that you will get in this level will be juniors, which means that you really need to train. I'm not sure where the patients will come from. I think it has to be this way, so I'm going to put the receptionist here for now, and then I can move it if necessary. So it is important to build the training room early, so that you can train them as fast as possible. You can train doctors as fast as possible, so that you will not be stuck with juniors or the 3 consultants that you start with. So anyway, I'm gonna start with the GP's office and all the other things that I'm supposed to build when I start. So you see here that oh well, this one is not a junior. This is a doctor, so I'm gonna hire him, and he's also a psychiatrist, which is good. And I see more doctors. Okay, so I was mistaken. It seems that you don't only get juniors, you can get doctors as well. So yeah, that's good. Let me think about it. I guess I should build the training room elsewhere, perhaps here, so that it's not taking valuable space in the center of my hospital. Training room generally should be big, as with every other room, really. In fact, here I'm going to expand it a little bit, so that you can have as many doctors as possible working there, studying there. So the difficulty about this level is that at the beginning you will not really have doctors, so you will have to wait. In fact, I'm gonna get my surgeon, I think, there to train, because to train some doctors to be surgeons, because otherwise you cannot be with just one surgeon. The operating theater needs two of them, so I'm also gonna hire him, but obviously I shouldn't overdo it, otherwise I'm gonna run out of money. And I mean, I shouldn't overdo it with hiring a lot of doctors. I already have a lot, actually. And the training room, the staff room should generally be built. There should be one next to the training room, so that they don't waste a lot of time getting to a staff room located elsewhere. I'm gonna speed the game up a little bit, and I'm also going to open it to the public. And I'm gonna build a pharmacy here. Right next to the GP's office. Generally, you should have a pharmacy next to the GP's office. Yeah, well, here. What is the nurse doing out there? Okay. And yeah, I built a staff room, so yeah, I have to change these. It's important not to forget these things. And also this psychiatrist, where is he? Here. I'm gonna put him here and hope that before he turns into a consultant, he will also get the surgeon. I hate it when that happens. Okay, he found his way. And yes, the research department as well. Well, I guess I have to buy another plot area here to station my research department.
Nurse required in pharmacy.
Heaped files, yes. Ideally, perhaps you should have a staff room next to the research department, but I'll see. I'm not sure if in this level it's worth it. And I guess I have to assign my consultant researcher there. So for now I'm going to be working only with my consultant psychiatrist. This guy who... Okay, that reminds me of some cats that, you know, they stare at the wall. The squids. And also here, don't forget to focus on drug research to begin with. You don't want deaths, especially not in your first year. You don't want deaths because you really depend on the on the money that you're gonna earn from the trophy for no deaths. And I have no benches at all, and no radiators outside. The rooms, outside the rooms. This. Okay, something tells me I'm gonna be in financial trouble in this level, but hopefully I will manage to survive. Uh, 96%, yeah, take a chance on a possible cure. Yeah, generally you have to be very unlucky for him to die. And the psychiatric. Boom.
Doctor, attending psychiatry, please.
Okay, right on time. Oh, obviously I will have to be doing some manual moves here,
GP's office.
because this psychiatrist is going to be handling everything for now until more doctors get trained. And to save some time, I'm gonna be, because okay, it's not a long distance, but a second saved is a second earned. Let's see, what's this? Spare ribs. Oh, I hate that. That needs an operating theater. There is no way to cure this person. I don't even have doctors yet. So let's see how this is going. Here, when you're viewing the profile of a doctor, you can see here 66% trained towards becoming a surgeon.
Doctor required in GP's office.
And this, the King complex. Ah, yes, we haven't seen this. We have seen the illness, but we haven't seen the description. Caused by the spirit of the king entering the patient's mind and taking over. Symptoms: donning of colorful sweat, footwear, and eating cheeseburgers. Cure: a psychiatrist tells the patient how ridiculous he or she looks.
Doctor,
Well, he, because they are always men.
doctor required in GP's office. Doctor, attending psychiatry, please. Doctor required in GP's office.
Okay, I'm in
Nurse required in pharmacy.
I'm in trouble now because the thing is that I don't really have a way of earning money at the moment because my reputation is not high enough, so I don't have a lot of visitors to my hospital. And of course, if I get cases like spare ribs now, that's bad.
Required in GP's office.
Let's see, this is a transparent patient. Hopefully, my consultant will be capable of detecting what's wrong with him. Okay, enough rest. Back to work.
Doctor, attending psychiatry, please.
Fractured bones, another illness that at the moment I cannot cure because I don't have the machine. Kidney beans, that sucks, really, that's bad. I don't think we've seen this either. Cause crunching up ice cubes in drinks. Yeah. Symptoms: pain and frequent trips to the toilet. Cure: 2 surgeons must remove the beans without touching the sides of the kidney. Pretty straightforward, okay.
Doctor required in GP's office.
Gut rot. I need to be checking from time to time how this is going, the research of drugs. Emergency, let's see if it's yeah, okay, common cold. I actually need that money right now, So gonna put her to rest. I'm not sure how that came out. I mean, you know, make her get her rested because now she's gonna have a little bit of work to do. Okay, so finally it's only the emergencies coming from here, the patients come from down here, so that's good. Inflation room, yes, well, I need to get a loan for that. I will, because I cannot just send him away, not him. It's an illness that is a bit common, and therefore you should build the inflator early on. The only thing is that this room is a little bit small, I think, but okay. And I think... oh no, okay, the psychiatrist is gonna deal with it. Okay. And the uncommon cold people have been cured, okay. Slack tongue, I cannot cure that either. Fishlet. Interesting name.
Doctor required in GP's office.
So this psychiatrist is really doing a good job. I think I'm gonna give him a raise, just as a reward, you know. Normally I don't do that, of course, only when they complain.
Doctor, attending psychiatry, please. Doctor required in GP's office.
Still no earthquakes. Of course, I'm not complaining, but just mentioning it. I'm gonna build... yes, I'm gonna build a ward here in order to prepare the ground for an operating theater. Hopefully the surgeon... actually, I don't know, I have to check how it's going with the training of my juniors.
Doctor, attending psychiatry, please.
Okay, that's good. 6 beds is good. So let me check here what's going on with the training. This is a surgeon already. This one hasn't got the... he's about to, 95% trained. This one is a surgeon. And what about this one? Okay, that's good. He's about to be both a surgeon and a psychiatrist. That's good. You really should feel lucky when you have one of those, because they can do both things, obviously, so that's a very good thing. Let me check. No, still 88 here, 96. Still not ready. The drug research, I mean. End of year. Cure count 26. Most visitors 35. I have total value. Yeah, okay. And the trough is here. Okay, the famous person agency. I'm not sure if we've seen this before. We'd like to award you the celebrity trophy for pleasing every VIP who visited your establishment. Consider yourself slightly famous and almost one of us. Okay. Generally, when you see litter here, you should hire more handymen. Because it means, oh, okay, we had an earthquake, which means that soon I'm gonna have the second phase of the earthquake. At the moment, the only room that has machinery in it is the inflator. And as you can see here, it has a strength of 8 and it's been used only once. Generally, earthquakes... Actually, let's see this in action. And another handyman. No, I cannot hire another one. I mean, I can, but I don't like those two. Makes ice sculptures, not bother about the job. Bone idle. And the other one drives rally cars. Deaf as a post, smells faintly of cabbage. Okay. So soon we should have, yeah, here is the second phase of the earthquake, and you see that, well, this was, I guess it's because it's the first time that earthquakes appear. This particular one only damaged the inflator by 1 point. Instead of, it used to be times used once, and now it's twice. In later levels, that's going to be more. So, for example, if the strength of my inflator, let's say that it was 2, or rather, let's say that it had been used 7 times already, and then I had this earthquake, then it would go times used, it would say times used 8, and with a strength of 8, there would be a very good opportunity that it would explode. It's not certain, but most likely it would. So you need to be careful with this. And here I think I'm gonna actually get her to wait. She needs an operating theater. I'm gonna build the operating theater, and I'm gonna let me see. Will I be able to build a room there? I'm not sure. Anyway, let's just do this and we'll see later.
Nurse required in ward.
So, nurse required in ward, because remember that patients that are going to get operated, first they need to go to the ward. I'm going to check if a room fits here. Yes, it does. Okay, good. And of course the ward needs a nurse. So, when I hear that 2 surgeons are needed in the operating theater, I'm going to have to move one of my trainees. Their invisibility. I think we've seen this before. 6 people with transparency. Okay, yes. The only problem with the transparency cure is that it takes a little bit more time. It's like the invisibility one. You see that it actually takes some time to get cured. And I'm gonna rest her, and I'm gonna hire another one. That's great, she's great, this new one. So so you see that it takes a few seconds. They don't drink the medicine immediately. It takes a little bit. It has this special effect, or whatever you want to call it. And here you are going to the end of the line. He's not an emergency. Okay, that was too late. He entered. That's fine. But what's not fine is that they have to sit all the way over there. In fact, now I'm a bit worried. Let's see if I'm gonna make it. Because you see that they drink it and they slowly reappear.
2 surgeons required in
Okay, 2 surgeons required. Actually, wait, I'm gonna, because I
2 surgeons
have this on my mind right now. I'm gonna have to see what happens. There's a chance that this last one doesn't make it, but actually this is the last one. No, he's not gonna make it. No. And this one became an angel. That was bad. That was a bad thing to happen, because now I'm not gonna get the reward at the end of the year. But well, okay, I can live without that, I guess. So here I'm gonna ask this one and this one to perform the operation and then go back to training. However, yeah, there's no one. Okay, I don't know what happened. I guess the patient got tired of waiting. So, okay, first they are gonna rest a little bit and then they're going back to the training room. And this one, Podley, he's the one that finally he did become a surgeon and a psychiatrist. Well, he was already a psychiatrist. He also became a surgeon. That's a good thing. And let's check the drugs, how they're going. Yeah, everything is at 100%. So it's time to focus on cure equipment. Okay, that was fast. A new cast remover. I'm gonna build it here, and since I cannot build anything else, it's gonna be ridiculously big, but it's okay. I mean, for a fracture clinic, it's very big. So I think that the reason why I lost one patient in the emergency was because I had forgotten to place some benches here, so they sat down all the way over here. That was very far. If they had been closer to the pharmacy, I think that everyone would have made it, but yeah, well. What is he doing here? He's supposed to be... Okay, sometimes the game bugs, and instead of going back to the training room after they rest in the staff room, they then go wherever, but not back to the training room, and that's bad. 5 people with bloaty head. Yeah, okay. It's a little bit risky because I don't like how they get cured. Let's see. 5, and actually I'm gonna place down some more benches to avoid the same thing that happened before. And while I'm at it, I'm gonna place down a plant as well. Not sure if it makes any difference, to be honest with you. I mean, outside the rooms. Yeah, I placed down the benches, but then I forgot to get some kind of doctor to work there. Come on, you need to rest. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, let's see. And also with when handling emergencies that need a room with machinery, you should be checking the times it has been used, because at some point, if it has been used too many times, and then they're gonna wait for a handyman to go, and that's bad. Okay, a new computer has being researched. It's a little bit expensive, but I think it's worth it. Yeah, there.
Doctor, attending psychiatry, please.
I remind you that for super fast
Nurse
research, you can actually get 2 researchers working there. Not sure if it's worth it. Perhaps in later levels it is.
Nurse required in ward. Nurse required in fracture clinic, please. 2 surgeons required in operating theatre. 2 surgeons required.
Okay, in this level I haven't built toilets. I don't think I'm gonna do it. I don't know. I feel like they are not really necessary. Okay, that was unlucky. What happened here is that I got a case of a slack tongue. I didn't have the machinery at the time, and then a second later I get this, that the slicer has been researched. Okay, I lost a patient. I can live with that, I suppose. Toilets. No, I'm not gonna build toilets. I'm gonna build a slicer here. The slack tongue clinic. Remember, once again, here it's critical that the machine, whatever it's called, usually what is it called? Slicer, yes, of course. It's important that it faces straight to the door, so that they enter, they get their tongue sliced or whatever, and they leave. Yeah, you told me that already. People are incredibly annoyed at the way... I'm not sure what's wrong with my hospital. I think that sometimes they just want to complain. Yeah, well, at the moment there is a problem. No doctor working there. Things will get much better when these doctors actually become consultants and they no longer have to be trained. Because at the moment I'm essentially still working with just one doctor. Wow, perfect. Handyman. A consultant. I'm gonna hire him. This is I think that this is caused when the competing because there are supposed to be some other hospitals in the area, Holy, Deep Thought, and Zen in this case, and I think that when they fire someone, I get him or her available. They are made available to me there. Slack tongue, yes, I just built it, and here I'm gonna have a second earthquake soon. The slicer is safe, the inflator room is safe, so unless it's a tsunami or something. Well, here the cost remover, I'm gonna send a handyman just in case. So yeah, the earthquakes in this level are pretty weak. TV personalities. And here I haven't placed down any bench. How indecent of me. You see how fast this is done? But now it's damaged. One of my doctors has become a consultant. That's great. And hopefully the rest will follow soon. If you see that a handyman is taking too long and you're really running out of time, you should just replace the handyman. the machine. But in this case I did have time, so there was no need for that. I think I'm gonna build an X-ray machine. No, it doesn't fit here, so I'm gonna build a cardio instead. Of course, it's not as good as the X-ray. I really like the X-ray generally. It really detects what's wrong with the Discover or whatever it's called. So the year is about to finish. Of course, this time I'm not gonna get the award for no deaths. Remember, I lost a patient. However, I still get this, which is I see that it gives me half. Hearty congratulations on achieving an impressive cures to death ratio in your hospital in the last year. Thank you. So finally, yeah, I had some financial problems, but they were solved by taking a loan, and now I'm in good shape. In fact, I'm gonna no, I cannot repay all of it yet, so I'm just gonna wait.
Watch out, we've got a VIP in the building.
Mouse. Let me see if I can. No. And another one. I cannot see them. There must be some kind of hole here, which we cannot see.
Doctor, attend immediately in cardio, please.
And a scanner. That's also good. Okay, so everything has been researched, so now they can focus on, because everything has been researched, right? Yeah. Okay, so they can focus on improvements now. This level seems to be easier than the previous one somehow. Scanner. Well, I could build the X-ray in theory. I'm gonna build it here. Yeah, I know that probably this size is overkill, but I mean, why not? You know what? I'm gonna move the door here so that I'm not sure. I cannot see. I guess it's here, right? No, so that it's exactly straight. And this thing here. What the hell do you call? Oh, the radiation shield. Okay.
Doctor required in GP's office.
Kidney beans. Okay, it's just one person. Shouldn't have any problems. Remember that in cases of emergencies, they don't need to go to the ward first. So, and another one has become a consultant. I'm gonna arrest him.
Nurse required in pharmacy.
And
Doctor required in GP's office.
yeah, now go to the operating room, operating theater. And you.
Doctor required in X-ray. Doctor required in inflator room.
Okay. So now I have a lot of consultants, and I think I'm at the point where I don't really have to do anything else. Well, I need to build something else because my hospital's worth is not as much as it should be. Here must be worth $120,000. It's worth 115,705. Another one has become a consultant. That's great. And this consultant, surgeon, psychiatrist, I think I'm gonna... Well, actually, I'm not gonna do it in this level because there's no real need for it. But in later levels, it's better to get a person like that to work in the training room, so that he trains the rookies, the juniors, to be both psychiatrists and surgeons. So this one was really impressed by my hospital. He gave me $4,000. Thank you. And now I'm gonna build a scanner here. No, I'm not, because I don't have the money anymore for it. I should have it pretty soon. 7 people with TV personality, yeah, okay. Some benches here.
Incoming patients with television personalities.
Well, this guy, he asked for a raise because he had got stuck inside the inflator room. Is there a... Okay, another one that is stuck. Look at this. On the bottom right you can see his tiredness. It exceeds the limit. That's bad. The truth is that I have set a very low limit in the before. I mean, here you can change the percentage of tiredness they must have before they can rest. I set it to 40% so that I keep them happy. I'm not sure if that's exactly the right percentage, but I think it is nice there, so that they don't, because obviously by default it's set to 60% or something like that, but I think that's just way too much. And here I had to make some alterations in the queue. There was one guy that was not an emergency, who was in the front of the queue. Those things you should be careful with, because otherwise you might not make it. And in fact, in this case I made it right on time for the time limit finished. So yeah, I'm gonna repay my loan. So yeah, as I was saying, they get stuck in the room even when they get tired. Unfortunately, this is a bug of the game. There's nothing you can do about it. So you just have to keep an eye on them from time to time, see how they're doing, pretend that you're interested, and well, hopefully you will avoid having to increase their wages. Look at this, look at this. I mean, sometimes I feel like I have disabled this. There's an option that if you enable it, if you set it to active, then they will leave. I mean, by default it's set to active. They leave rooms when the need arises. But sometimes they just forget about it and they stay there and get tired like hell, and then they complain. Look at this, look at this, look at this. I don't know what happened now, and a lot of that. Normally, this doesn't happen that often, but now, for some reason, it happens way too often in this level. And the thing is that if they had some kind of queue or, you know, people to attend to, I would say, okay, fine, but they just stay there for no good reason. Earthquake, let's see, this one needs to be repaired, I think. Anyway, the earthquakes in this level, they just add 2 points of times used, at least until now. Or 1 point, what was it? Let's see. Okay, they are getting a little bit more powerful, the earthquakes, but still. Yeah, only the fracture clinic was a little bit close to permanent damage. Okay, I don't think I had any deaths, so I'm gonna get the trophy for no deaths, yes. Plus the cures to deaths ratio. In fact, something tells me that it's better if you have 1 death 1 year, and then if you go on the other years, if you go on, if you don't have any deaths in the following years, then you get both this trophy for the staying alive trophy, as well as this one, the cures to deaths ratio thing. So you get 9,000. I don't think you get the cures to deaths ratio award if you don't have any deaths at all. So odd as it may seem, it's actually in your best of interest if you have 1 death. What? I didn't say that. So yeah. I think I'm gonna build a scanner now before I am without money again. As usual, everything as close to the door as possible. And I think that now my hospital's value must be, yeah, it's enough to win the level. So I only need to cure 200 people now. Well, I have already cured 164, and to increase my bank balance to 50,000. So it's essentially just a matter of time before I win this level. 7 people with fractured bones. Yeah, okay. The truth is that the placement of the oh, come on. Oh, come on. Look at those. Just leave the room. Just go to rest. So the placement of the cast remover here is not perfect because it's not facing the door. Unfortunately, you cannot turn it that way. Where did the... Oh, come on. Where is the nurse? She left. I hadn't noticed that she was tired, and the other one is tired as well, so I'm a bit screwed up now. I'm gonna... Okay, that's enough. Rest. You need to be doing these things from time to time. Okay, it will not let me place her inside because this guy is repairing it. Now I can, and she can go on dealing with the emergencies. Well, the emergency is just one. And in fact, in this level, at least until now, I haven't even had to build another GP's office. What machine? It said X-ray, but I don't think it was. Yeah, it's one of those bugs with the... yes, so the X-ray announcement was basically for the fractured for the fracture clinic. I don't know what went wrong when they were programming this game, but the PA announcements, well, the PA doesn't fit with what's really happening sometimes. Okay, the operating table is about to explode, but Mohammed has repaired it, so no problems there. Remember, because I just saw that the operating table has been improved, it said, by the research department. Remember that in order for the improvement to have any effect, essentially you need to replace the operating table or whatever other machine that has been improved. If you just ask a handyman to repair it, nothing changes. So when you replace it, you will see that the strength of the machine is much higher than the initial one. So for example, I think I'm not sure about the starting strength of the cost remover. It's not 8. I don't think it couldn't be 8 because it has been repaired sometimes already, so it must be something like 12 or 10. I'm not sure. But if you improve it a lot, you can get it up to 21 or something like that, which means that it takes a lot of time before it actually needs to be repaired again. So yeah, he enters and it's a straight path to the machine. That's great. I haven't checked in quite a long time for new stuff. Especially I only have 2 nurses, and from time to time they complain. So sometimes you should be careful with that, because maybe maybe she leaves. Build patients need toilets. No, I'm not gonna build toilets. No need for that. So you should always have, or at least you should try to have more than you need, because you never know what might happen. And sometimes you can get into serious trouble if you, for example, if you lose some kind of doctor that you really depended on.
Nurse required in pharmacy. Nurse required in fracture clinic, please. Doctor, attending psychiatry, please. Nurse required in ward. Doctor required in GP's office.
Florence Nightingale.
Doctor, attend immediately in cardio, please. 2 surgeons required in operating theatre. 2 surgeons required in operating theatre. Nurse required in pharmacy.
So not much to do, as you can see, just to wait.
Doctor required in GP's office.
I remember when I was a kid and I was playing this game, I didn't really know about the fact that you could change the speed.
VIP has
So I was playing in the default speed
attending
all the
psychiatry.
time, which is this one, you can see here, which takes ages. 8 people with King Complex. Probably some of them may die. Well, probably may... Wow, oh wow, 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 wow. That was bad. The thing is that I totally missed
Staff announcement. Handyman to repair X-ray, please.
the first earthquake. I don't know what I was doing at the time, but I totally missed it, and the inflator has been destroyed. Yeah, that was a mistake on my part. So now I have to build another inflator, and as you can see here, if I try to edit this room, I cannot, it's dead. So I need to buy this plot area here and build another inflator here. I wasn't careful enough. The thing is that I didn't see the first earthquake. That was the problem. Yeah. No, I'm gonna build it here. I don't like it when that happens because it looks ugly there in the middle. I mean the exploded thing, plus the cost of building a new room. Why did I choose to build a reception? Okay, that was a mistake. I don't need a reception desk. Two more benches, one here, one here. Yeah, it looks a little bit awkward in this position here, but well, so let's see how it will go with the emergency.
Doctor required in inflator room. Nurse required in fracture clinic, please. Nurse required in.
Okay, they're getting cured fast.
Doctor required in inflator
Good
room.
thing. Cure count 239. I'm kicking ass here. And I got a bad one. Well, you cannot say a word, but you know, your handymen have not maintained your machinery well. You should supervise them more carefully or hire more to deal with the workload. Yeah, well, okay.
Surgeons required in operating theatre.
I'm gonna replace the cost remover. You know, when the strength gets down to such low levels, I think it's better to just go ahead and replace it, because you saw what happened with the inflator, and you see now the strength is 21. It's gonna take ages before it needs to be repaired again. Well, ages. It's gonna take long. Not repaired, it's gonna need to be repaired soon, because every time they use it, times used is +1. So the difference is that because when handyman repairs a machine, then the strength becomes -1. So not always, but most of the times it does. So when it does, for example, it's going to get to 20, then it can be used 20 times before it explodes. Then a handyman repairs it again and it goes to 19, 18. So it takes a long time it will take long before you actually need to replace it again. So that's a good thing, because you don't have to pay to replace it. I think I have met all the criteria now, and yes, I have. So I'm just waiting for the months to, I don't know, maybe at the end of this month I'm gonna finish this level. I think it took less than the previous one. I don't know why. I think it was generally easier, or perhaps I handled it better than the previous one. I don't know.
Doctor needed in Slack Tongue Clinic. Nurse required in Fracture Clinic, please. Doctor required in GP's
So let's see if at the end of March I finish. And yes. Okay. Dear Ergonio, jolly good. You have made excellent progress at your hospital. We have found somewhere else for you to run. Okay. Well, yeah, I run a hospital. If you fancy a change of scenery and a fresh set of challenges, you don't have to accept. Okay. I cannot read. Okay, sorry. I'm an illiterate person. I cannot read. You don't have to accept, but it might be worthwhile if you do. The salary is 102, $471. Well, $102,471. Do you want a job at festering on the Wold Hospital? Yes, I do. So that was the end of level 5. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 levels left. So yeah, because the last one is there in the middle where the girl is with the trophy with the money. So I'm almost halfway there. Of course, from now on, things levels will get more and more difficult, and probably will require more and more time. But well, anyway, so thank you for watching, and see you in the next level, which has just started for me. I'm gonna just save the game here and quit myself. I need to rest. So see you soon.